Hey there viewers, it's Charlie on back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Buzzworthy Bumblebee Legacy Evolution Tow Line. Now, this guy's inclusion in Legacy is a bit odd, because, well, I mean, sure, Tow Line is a character in the RID show, but he's not a major character like Cyburn and Scourge, who are also in Legacy. But this guy's a minor character, like, maybe he had his own, like, starring episode, but that's about it. Like, this guy's a pretty minor character. So the fact that he's in Legacy is kind of funny. But, well, of course, as you can see, this is pretty much just a green color scrap hook. So, I guess this is kind of justified of it just being a new head deco. But still, the fact that we have Tow Line in Legacy and not Prowl or X-Brawn or the Predacons, still a bit funny. What's also funny is, if you look at the box, Buzzworthy Bumblebee was not in RID 2001. Like, yeah, you can tell why Buzzworthy's no longer a thing. So looking at the box, probably for one of the last times, because of course Buzzworthy's now dead. But of course, we've got no window there. Still got the picture of Tow Line in vehicle mode. And of course, Robots in the Skies 2000 universe. Thankfully, Cyburn has corrected that, so it's the Robots in the Skies 2001 universe now. Got Bumblebee's big stupid head right there. And we got some other characters. This side we got a picture of I was about to say Cyburn, Tow Line, and of course it's pretty clear that this is just scrapbook in green. So yeah, and because this is a scrapbook redeco, it can combine with other figures. For example, Hotshot. So there's that continuity crossover for you. And that's pretty much it for the box. And while looking at the figure, well, it's just scrap hook in green. Like, it's Mystery Machine colored scrap hook. That's what this is. But I can sort of see why they did this. You know, scrap hook is a tow truck. Tow Line's also a tow truck. So this does kind of make sense. Like, it's not accurate to how Tow Line normally looks, but still, I think it's a pretty neat figure. Like, it's a pretty neat, like, idea. And, of course, Tow Line's a pretty good figure anyway, so we're going to judge this on the deco itself. So, yeah. So, looking at the changed deco here, of course, we now got some green here. Spikes aren't really colored in, because I think this is meant to be portrayed as a normal tow truck, not really a Mad Max style one that Scraphook was. But we still have the spikes here. The windows that are now in well, the orange windows are now, they're still sort of boarded up. We still have the gash on the sides with the metal plate there, which is not painted. Got some added blue here, which is pretty good looking. The hubcaps are now just silver instead of red. Still got the spike spare tire, and that's now in green. And of course the actual hook itself, which can come off if you want, but yeah, you can just use that to tow figures if you want. And the underneath, again, just like scrap hook. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, this guy can do all the stuff that scrap hook can do. Like, we can take the front off, and we can add this to Trashmaster, or we can split these, and this can be a sidecar for crash bar, or if you're watching this in the future, road pig. And just trying to get these combined back up. Just trying to, there we go. And of course the accessories are all attached onto the figure, because we have these two engine blocks, which are the guns. We have the smokestacks, which can come off and be plugged in somewhere else if you want. We have the hook and the spare tire. Well, I say hook, but this is the hook. And we've got the winch here. So you can do that if you want. Like plug this into a figure's hand to make them more parrot-like. Like if you want to do that. And that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. I mean, yeah, as I said, it's not accurate to how Toyline looked in the show in his original toy, but that original toy was a flip changer. Like, you just flipped it back and it, like, transformed in one step. But, of course, this takes multiple steps. And, as I said, it's a scrap hook redeco, so... Speaking of, here he is with scrap hook. So, we can see that... Yeah, these guys look quite good together, to be honest. I mean, yeah, sure, one is more Junkion colors and one is more Mystery Machine colors, but still, I kind of like how these guys look together. And plus, seeing how we're getting some more Junkion redecors now, because we've got Lockdown from Axle Grease, and we're getting Road Pig from Crash Bar. Just need a retool for Trash Master now, but yeah, these... Junkion retools look quite good. I mean, I wouldn't personally call Toyline a Junkion, but still. Like, we can see that the smokestacks are now painted in a, well, it's not really chrome, it's more just a shiny silver. Same with the hubcaps. In fact, same with the engine, so this guy looks a bit more shiny than this guy does. Scrap is a bit more run down, because the pattern on his gash is a bit more visible, seeing how it's painted. So, yeah. Now, if I had the original Toyline figure, then I would do a comparison. I don't have that, so let's just move on to the transformation. So, to get this guy transformed, well, of course, we're gonna have to take a few things off. Normally, I just jump cut to the accessories being taken off, but seeing how you pretty much need the accessories to complete the vehicle mode, I'm just going to take them off on camera. So, just take off the smokestacks, take off the winch and hook, take off the, I guess, spike tire, I don't know, and then just get your fingernail in there, take off one of the engine blocks, and then just take off the other one, and now we have him all bare, like so. So he's no longer Toyline, I guess he's just line at this point. Yeah, jokes aside, let's actually start this. So we're just going to come around to the back, we're just going to untab this, like so. Untab the arms, and just flip out the forearms. Just flip the forearms 90 degrees, as well as flipping the hands. Just rotate the hand like so. And just move the shoulders out like so. And just move the arms up. And just move this entire bit up. Like so. Open up the doors like so. Move down the front of the vehicle. Just going to pull the grille forward and just move that down, and that becomes his feet. Split the legs. Close up this whole section with the windows and the doors. Rotate the waist around. Get the chest into place. I can actually get the shoulder hinge out. There we go. So get the chest into place. Move the head down. And then these bits just tab into here. Then finally come around to the doors. And just close them up. And they actually fold into each other like so. And they just tab in to each other. And well, here we have Tow Line in its stock standard robot mode. Because obviously we have a lot of accessories to plug onto to make it look complete. So if I can just try and sort this out. There we go. So getting the accessories back. So the guns we can just, well, you can't just leave them on during transformation, but for now I'm just going to set them off to the side. Now for scrap hook, what I do is I take the tire and the winch and hook and just plug them onto his arms, but for this guy what I'm going to do is just plug this onto the winch like so. And then actually plug this onto his back. And the reason for this is because if you remember the original figure, the way that it transformed, in robot mode, the winch and hook were on the back. So this kind of homages that. This is not an official transformation, this is just my way of displaying the figure. And of course, with the smokestacks, you plug them into the tires. But what I do, I have them facing forwards compared to scrap hook, where they're facing backwards. And my reasoning for that is the original figure sort of had the smokestacks facing upwards. So this is my way of kind of replicating that. So he looks more like the original figure. Sure, this is kind of sticking out, but I mean, I can remove this. And well, here we have Tow Line in robot mode. And honestly, I can sort of see the resemblance a bit more in this mode. I mean, sure, he doesn't have the front of the vehicle mode as his chest here, but still, I quite like this. I mean, green was my childhood favorite color, which, I mean, I still like it, but I'm a bit more into red nowadays, but still, I kind of like this. It's a less harsh, that's hard to say, but it's a less harsh version of Scrap Hook, pretty much. It's like the spikes aren't painted anymore, the colors are way nicer looking. Although, ironically, this guy was if I remember in the show, this guy was pretty much all, "No parking!" So, yeah. And if we just look at the head, we can see that, yes, they did give him a new head based on his actual head in the show, in the original toy, so, yeah. So we can see that he's got a visor, though. The circles kind of look like he's got 4 eyes, but yeah, he's got a visor. And giving him the guns, I mean, of course, as I said, you can't just leave them there during transformation if you don't want them, but I prefer to just take them out and having him hold them. Although, yeah, these elbows are a bit easy to remove, and if you know Scrap Hook, let's just get this out of the way. You can sort of amputate him. And that's a big issue with Scrap Hook. And, of course, this guy as well, because same molds. So yeah, I would recommend being cautious when trying to move the forearms in case you were, well, in case that comes off. Pretty sure Axle Grease has that problem and Lockdown might have that issue, I'm not sure, but yeah, just be careful. But here we have him all armed up. And if I remember the original figure, he had a rifle that the front of the vehicle came off and attached onto. So, yeah. Kind of a bit cooler than these little things, which, I don't know, looks like they shoot, like, soda people. Like what? Is this guy just gonna run up and shoot Mountain Dew and other flavors at people? It's the same with Scraphook as well, except, of course, these are that nice silver paint detail compared to the dull grey that Scraphook has. And, of course, no blast effects. So these might not even be guns. These might be like welding torches or something. But of course, we can sort of plug blast effects onto the feet if you want. And I guess you can sort of plug these onto these ports here. Like any 5mm port, you can just plug a blast effect onto if you want to. And you know what? Let's just bring in Scraphook. So, yeah, we can see that like, these are the same mold, but they do look kind of different. Especially with the different configurations that I had them in. Like, Scraphook sort of resembles a grizzled old warrior akin to Copper Ironhide, whereas Towline is, well, just Towline. But we can see that the addition of like silver paints just really makes it look better, in my opinion. So, yeah. And of course, just like with Scraphook, you can take bits off. And he can become a donor for other characters. So yeah. So if we just show that off, because of course that's in the instructions, and what the instructions want us to use, if I can get this off. What the instructions want us to use is Hotshot. Now I decided that seeing how Scraphook can combine with the normal Hotshot, we can combine this guy with Powerlink's Hotshot. I mean, the green's not really going to mesh well either way, so why not? But if we just take all the guns off, fold down the Taizuka gun that Hotshot has, and we can just start this combination. So to start off, we've got we've got the arms here, and these pretty much just form boots or skis. So like that. I can't remember which way that they go though. So I think it's this way. And of course, these just plug into Hotshot's feet, like so. I've got these the wrong way around, actually. There we go. So we just plug these into his feet. So he's got a bit of extra height. Hopefully if... There we go. Then we just take the, well, Towline's legs, fold up the feet. Then just take one of the smokestacks, just plug this into here. And these actually go into his shoulders, like so. So this combination is not really going to work with a few figures that have like the ports on top. But there we go. So if the figure has like the ports on top or at the back of the shoulders, then this might not work. And also, I think the foot joints here are a bit loose. But we take these guns here and just plug these into the sides of the legs. Although this one doesn't really like going in for some reason. Try and get him standing because the foot joints aren't really working that well. There we go. Then we just have him holding these as well as his own gun. So if we can just... And I'm pretty sure this was made before Parallax Hotshot, so it doesn't say what to do with those guns, because of course that figure wasn't made yet. So we can just have him hold the hook, and then like plug this in as a shield. And well, that's pretty much it. So if you can get him standing, we're left with this, which, I mean, okay. Don't think I'm ever going to do that again, but that is a thing that, well, it's a thing that you can do if you want. So let's just get Toadline back to how he normally was, because I think the poor guy needs his limbs back. So, just trying to get this guy reassembled. So, just plugging the legs back in, like so. And of course, the joints are fighting me because I'm on camera. But plugging the legs back in, plugging the arms back in. And just giving him his weapons back, as well as the other stuff that he's got. So just plugging in the smokestacks. And finally the hook and the spiked tire. We can finally look at this guy's articulation. And well, it's pretty much the same as scrap hooks. So for articulation, you can look side to side. Can't really look up and down though. The arms can move, although just be wary of them coming off. He's got elbows. Bicep rotation, but again, be wary of that coming off. Sir got trigger happy shoulders, so he can't really T-pose that well, but he can do that. The wrist can rotate, although of course he's holding these right now, so. Waist can rotate. You can kick forward, you can kick back. Knee up to there. Got a swivel at the knee. You can do the splits. Got quite a good pivot. And he can actually move his feet, so if you want to animate him walking, then there you go. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. Complaints? Pretty much the same complaints that I had with Scrap Hook. Like, namely, the forearms coming off, which, I mean, it's been quite well behaved in this video, rather surprisingly, but yeah, like sometimes the forearms can just come off if you're trying to move them, so just be wary of that. Complaints exclusive to Toadline though. I mean, I could complain that he doesn't resemble the original Toadline figure, but that's just nitpicking at that point. So I'm just going to say that my complaints are the same that I have with Scrap Hook. And well, do I recommend this version? Honestly, if you like the colors, then sure, why not? If you like the character, then, I mean, you're probably like one of the few, like what, only 10 tow line fans out there, but if so, then sure. Like, I'm just gonna say that I do really like this guy. So, if you find it for cheap, then yeah, sure, go ahead. Because, I mean, come on, it's freaking tow line. It's an RID 2001 character. And it seems that, like, going into 2024 and 25, we're getting some more RID love with, Sideburn and HasLab Omega Prime and Skybite there next year. So it's always nice to see RID 2001 getting some love. So do it. I recommend this. I'm gonna say that honestly, yeah, I do recommend this. So yeah. So this has been my review on Buzzworthy Bumblebee Tow Line, and this is Charlie Young signing off.